Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. I thought I would share a little bit about who I am and what I do, a bit about my backstory today. To give you a little bit more context, I've been sharing videos for a while, but I haven't really told the story of how we got here, so we'll do that today. So I'm a dentist, you probably figured that out, but I've been a dentist for about 20 years now, and I built a large clinic. So our practice started out when I originally founded that practice. We grew to about 2.4 million, and I'll share with you what happened around that time in a moment. But we took that practice in 3 years, tripled it to 7.2 million in production. We had 17 chairs, 10 dentists, 12,000 active patients, about 43 staff members. I cut my chair side time in half over that time frame, over that 3 years. We had 175 new patients per month on average for 5 straight years. And we did this in a small town with nothing around us, fair amount of competition, a weak economy, and we built this practice to become the practice. Everyone knew who we were. People wanted to come to us. We had a huge organic reach, and we had some awesome things going on in our community, such that really it was like us, and then there was everybody else. And I did the things that a dentist should do from a marketing perspective. We were kind of everywhere, and we teach this in our videos as well. And so I had this great practice, but it didn't start that way. And this is the part that I don't often talk about, but I want to share with you briefly today. So I was conventionally successful. I mentioned I took that $2.4 million practice and I tripled it in 3 years, and that's great. But what happened there and why? So this practice, this original $2.4 million practice, is conventionally successful, right? It sounds like a good number. People look at that and say, well, that's a good practice. You should be happy with that. The problem is I was completely burned out, frustrated. I did not know how to lead a team. I did not know how to market a practice. I did not know how to do so many things that were keeping me extremely frustrated. And so I was basically burned out at this point. And so what ended up happening is right around that time, I ended up with scuba diving, which I love to do. My wife and I were on a particular dive this day, and something didn't go as well as it could have. And so I had an injury that took me out of practice. I was out for probably 6 months. And then it took me a good year to recover fully. And so during that time, I was just like, okay, this is it. I got to do something. So I gave myself an ultimatum and I said, look, I'm going to either fix this or I'm going to quit dentistry altogether. I'm not going to continue this for another 10 years. This is just nuts. I'm having no fun. It's just like a grind every day. And so I got serious about this. I took that absolutely serious. I was either going to fix the practice or I was going to walk away from dentistry completely. And so I became a serious student of business growth and marketing. I studied every business that I could get my hands on, their information or books about them, etc. And I wanted to understand, why am I struggling so much with 12 team members, whereas other companies out there they're doing it's apparently great and having great culture and having a great experience consistently with 1,000 or more team members. What is the deal? Why is dentistry so hard? And so in studying this, I really got competent in the 4 pillars that we teach around, which is leadership, systems, business, training and mindset, and marketing. And in doing this, what ended up happening was we transformed that practice. That practice literally tripled in 3 years, and I cut my work week in half. In fact, the practice didn't need me at that point. And so this transformation, this shift is what we teach in our company, Elite Practice, today. And for the past 10 years, we've been doing that. And so we teach around the 7 areas of practice growth. So we talk about leadership and mindset. We talk about money. We talk about marketing. We talked about systems for everything. We teach team culture and training. We teach case acceptance. We teach physical plant, physical space capacity. We talk about all the holistic components of how one grows a practice. And so as a result of putting this program together, I now have this, personally, I look at it as an amazing opportunity to share what we did, how we did it, and how we continue to do this for practices across North America. In fact, to this point, we've impacted hundreds of offices, thousands and thousands of team members, and it is absolutely an honor to be able to do this. And so every quarter we get to sit down with teams from all over North America and teach new content And this is the thing that really keeps me going. The reason why I'm even here today is because this is what I love to do, is to share what we have done that has been super successful, that works just about every practice I've ever seen. Doesn't really matter what part of the country or part of North America you're in, what market you're in, what the circumstances are, etc. There is a way to grow a practice. And if we can get that right, and if we can impact the practice owner, everything else changes. And so now we have this opportunity. This is me with our current leadership team. In fact, our whole team is about, 30 something people right now. And with this group, we get to do some awesome things. Like sharing this system, this way of building a team, building a practice, creating leadership, growing as a business owner. This is the thing that I get out of bed for in the morning. And so as a result, this is what our channel is about. So going forward, all of our content is going to be, how do we do this? And so my goal for you is to give you as much content as I can, actionable pieces that you can use, take into your practice, and take action with. And if you do that, you're going to get some results out of it. Now, of course, we have a full training program that we offer, but I want to give you the understanding that you can change wherever you are right now. You are fully in control of where you are today and where you want to go. So if you like the content that you're getting in this channel, please subscribe. That'd be great. If you like, you comment. It gives us some direction for future content that we're going to create, and it also tells the YouTube algorithm to keep sending you more of the same. So I hope you enjoy this channel, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.